What's going on, guys? This is the Raging Snail of the Scarlight Squad out to bring you my SUBTERROR deck. I went to locals with this, and I did okay. I mean, maybe, I don't know, in your opinion, I guess I did bad. I went 2 and 3, but I beat a Blue Eyes and a Buster Blader player, so that wasn't too bad. I did, however, go 1 and 2 with a Mermail and a Metamorphosis Yang Zing. But without further ado, let's talk about the deck. And first card I want to talk about is Warrior. During our player's turn, you can Foolish Burial a SUBTERROR, and then if you treat him and another monster whose level will exceed the monster you Foolish Burial, you can bring it out in defense position, face up or face down, so very nice touch there. And he has another bonus effect where if you flip up a SUBTERROR, you can bring him out from the grave. We then play 3 of the Stalagmo. If you happen to flip him face up, you can discard any SUBTERROR monster to draw 2. The only downside is with these big guys, their flip effects are only once per turn. Same thing with Umastrix. However, if you flip this one face up, you can banish a monster on the field. So they're both really powerful. And the only other upside to these guys is you can flip them face down once per turn. That you can do multiple times if possible. But that's about it for the SUBTERROR lineup. I do play the Prediction Princesses, mainly just Coin Norma. If you flip her, you can bring out any of the big SUBTERRORs. You just can't activate their effects the rest of the turn, so kind of is slow. But this just gets out of some cloggy stuff, and it's really good for just digging out your monsters. We also play 2 Spirit of the Fallwind. I had this at 3, but your normal summon can be very special and very important in this deck, so I just cut it down to 2. But when you normal this card, you can add any flip monster. So you can search out your big guys, or you can search out what the next card I play is the Shawl Dragons. I'm just trying these out. You could play a Lure of Darkness for targets for these, but a lot of times your opponent will stop attacking into them, and so you can bounce stuff with this. Very nice removal, and if they ever get sent to give a red card, you get to pop something, so not too bad. I also play just 1 Pot of the Forbidden. Really powerful because you can do so many things with it. It is an earth target also, so it can't be stopped by like Light or Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, which is good. But just trying out 1. He's not very great. I'm probably cut him, but he's a fun card to play with. And then because this deck is kind of slow right now, we just play the 2 Maxis. I had this at 1, but obviously I just needed it, so I just bumped it up to 2, and 2's been working out pretty good. That's going to do about for monsters onto their spells, and we'll start off with Hidden City, along with 2 Terraforming. You could bump this up to 3. I'm considering bumping up to 3 because this card is so essential to this deck right now. But at the moment I just have 2. But Hidden City, when you activate it, you can search any SUBTERROR and bring it straight to your hand. And then you can also manipulate the battle positions of your SUBTERROR monsters. On top of that, if your opponent tries to attack you, regardless of what you have on the field, if you just flip up a SUBTERROR, and you can also get the SUBTERROR effect, which is nice, you can negate the attack. So it's really nice to do is if you have the Hidden City on the field, and let's say you have a Umastrix face down and a Warrior in your graveyard, when your opponent tries to attack, you can activate Hidden City, flip this, banish their monster, and then bring out Warrior. And then during their end phase, you can Foolish Burial another SUBTERROR, get rid of these guys, and bring out the other SUBTERROR in defense, or face down, depending on what you have ready to go. Or if you flip him face up, you can draw 2, obviously. So the plays are really good right now, and what's really important about the SUBTERRORs, and I'm sorry for not mentioning this earlier, is that when you flip the big guys face down and you don't have another monster on the field, you can bring out another one. So it's really good for dead hands, because let's say you happen to have 2, 3 Umastrix in hands and the Stalagmo. As long as you flip one face down on the field, you can special another one, flip that face down, special another one, and then flip that face down, and then special last one, flip face down. So it can spam the field surprisingly, and the Hidden City really helps with that, so I didn't bring it up till now. But that's mainly how you can get them out on the field so fast, so they're not really dead in hand as long as you can flip them face down. And because you don't special summon so much, I'm playing 3 probability. I really rather play Upstart, but this is just what you have to deal with right now. I might cut this out completely because eventually you will special summon, and probabilities are kind of slow And this deck does want to go fast sometimes. It really depends. But I'll probably cut it down to 1 or 2, maybe all 3. But Pot of just really gets you your combo pieces you'll need to set up, mainly your warriors or your normal summon to search. I'm also trying out 2 Book of Tayus. If you happen to bring out your Subterrors and you flip them face down, this will just let you get their effects off, and you can do whatever you want with them. On top of that, we play Toots and Twisters because back row is a bitch. 1 Shallow Grave. If you really just have nothing, you can play this. The only problem is your opponent gets a monster too on the field, but it can bring something back and help protect you, so it's not that bad. We also just do 1 Rhoda to search out your warrior, 1 Raigeki to clear boards, 1 Book of Moon as well. This card is absolutely fantastic in this deck. I really hope it goes to 2 in the next ban list coming up. As for traps, some people don't play any traps at all, but I think this card is so fun and trolly to play with. I highly recommend Needle Sealing. For those of you that don't know what it does, it's a really old card. It came out in Pharaonic Guardian. But while there are 4 monsters, or at least 4 monsters on the field, you can activate this and it destroys all face-up monsters. So if you have that huge wall of Subterrors all face down, and you play this when your opponent tries to go against you and stop you, you'll just make them cry. This card is just really fun, and it gets the job done. And then also just 2 Call of Haunteds. I'll probably cut this, but this is just to get back stuff. As for the extra deck, you don't really play much, but it's just a random assortment really. But a Fortune 2 Nalu card, Nightmare Shark, Dweller. Dweller's really good right now, so definitely play Dweller. But a Heartland Draco, Castel. Castel's also really good. I recommend the Heartland Draco because if you have Hidden City, you can attack directly, and no, I'm sorry, your opponent just can't target it while you have the Hidden City, so that's pretty good, and you can still attack directly with it. Castel removes stuff. 1 Roach. Roach is pretty fun right now too, getting rid of stuff. Trying out Diamond King Crab, 1 Samurai, 1 Cowboy, and 1 rank 0 for the rank 4s. You don't really use the higher ranks because you don't really want to get rid of your Subterrors, but if you have to stall for game, Red Metal Dragon is an excellent option, as well as Big Eye. And if you ever have to get rid of the field for Stalagmos, you can always go into Dora. Dora is probably one of the best options right now, and it's 3200, so you can get around a lot of pesky stuff, or if you just want to play in defense, it's 4000 defense. So it really just sits there and can help you slow the game down. And then last but not least, 1 Scarlight. Since this is a meta match video, I want to show you guys my side deck as well, what I play with, mainly just 2 Flying Seas. I'm not seeing so much PK Fire right now, but this is anything that will Xyz. 1 System Down. Cosmos are still a thing, and I do have a few people at my locals that play Despots, so this just makes them cry. Another Shallow Grave in case I need it. And then as for the Floodgates, 2 Massacre Strict to really help shut down Monarchs. 2 Shadow Mirrors. Shadow Mirrors are really good right now, and I feel like they'll be even better if Dark Magician becomes a thing. 2 Light Mirrors. 2 Iron Walls. Banishing you don't really care about in this deck unless it's Uma Strix on the field. But other than that, this card is really nice. It'll help protect you in case they try to banish anything. And then 2 Pendulum Holes. I feel like this card will be very good next format, and I'm just trying it out now. You can probably cut it down to 1, but this is when they just have a massive pendulum summoning. They can try to go for game, and you just activate this, and they'll cry. And last but not least, just because I have the space, 1 Dragon Capture Dart. It will really help you against Blue Eyes. I mean, it won't stop their effects, but, you know, it's just a fun card to play. Anyway, guys, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this meta match video. I haven't done one in a while. But if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.